The Gambia, also known as the Smiling Coast of Africa, is a country inhabited by only 2.1 million people. The country's small landmass is a mere 11.3 square kilometers, but despite the lack of inhabitants and the small size, it has a ton to offer. What's up, Scavengers? This is Ant Scandinavia and I recently traveled to the Gambia, and let me tell you that this was a trip of a lifetime. I had never before set foot on the African continent, so this was super exciting. I arrived with high hopes to find some rather amazing bucket list species of ants. And guess what? I actually found both Odontomachus, the famous trapjaw ant, and freaking weaver ants the first night. And the trip was only going to get better from here. The amazing people of the Gambia are very hospitable and kind, and will gladly show you around their beautiful country. Gambia is split in two by the massive Gambia River. This river is a whopping 1,120 kilometers long, and at the widest part you have to take a 30-minute ferry to cross the river. The Gambia is famous worldwide for its wonderful bird life. With wild parrots and over 10 species of kingfisher, it was a dream come true for my inner birdwatcher. Here are some pictures I took whilst there. This giant kingfisher came swooping down by a creek whilst I was with a bird guide, catching multiple fish from the water. I also saw some green turacos high up in the trees of the Abuko Forest, a bucket list species for sure, so cool to actually see them in real life. Then we also saw some oriole wobblers, apparently a real rare bird, so that was really cool. But enough with the birds, I know you guys are here for the ants, so I'll just shut up so you can relax whilst watching some of this awesome ant footage. Pretty cool species, huh? Did you see this Pachacondula torsata worker? Insane size. If you follow me on my Instagram at ants_Scandinavia, you will already have seen some of the pictures I took of this beauty. I mean, just look how cute she is up close. I have noticed that I really like ant species with large eyes, and this one is for sure one of my new favorites. I recorded this video on my phone when she was walking beside my finger like this. Such a large species. Well, I'm sure you didn't miss the Camponotus maculatus clips too. So cool Camponotus species, with their spotted gaster and yellow body. You can't really miss them. One day at the hotel, I came across something that I've never seen in real life before. A leptotyphlus snake. I think that's how you pronounce it at least. Or, well, it's also known more commonly as a blind snake. This snake is no ordinary snake. This is a subterranean ant-eating snake, just like the one Ants Canada found in his vivarium once. Such a cool animal to interact with, and I could swear it was a worm on first glance. But a closer look and you can see its tiny tongue flickering. So cute. and just like that it slithered under the grass and it was gone. There was actually a ton of cool animals at the hotel, and one of them was this really cool ant species that I would put in the family Ponerinae at least, but I can't at all confirm the genus of it though. If someone could help me giving an ID to these guys, I would be really happy, since I actually believe I caught a queen of this exact species whilst there. Yes, you heard me, a freaking African queen ant. I could not believe it when I found her, and I was totally freaking out about it the rest of the day. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I imported her back into Sweden, and yes, I did it totally legally. I sadly don't have any footage of the queen, as I don't want to disturb her at all. But I can tell you that she is a semi-clustral species for sure, and that I've actually seen fertile eggs and larvae in the test tube. I am so excited for this, and I can barely wait for her to get some workers. As I mentioned previously, I was with a private bird guide in the Abuko Forest. And whilst there, we saw these huge millipedes. I mean, I've seen plenty of these in expos as pets, but to actually see them in the wild was something completely different for sure. We didn't only see one either, there were plenty in just one spot. So cool. Just look at these macro shots I took. The coordination of all these legs are just so mesmerizing. I couldn't stop looking at them. Also in the Abuko Forest, we found this spiny orb-weaving spider. And when I found this, I freaked out. I was not expecting to see one of those in this trip, but I am so glad I did. Its color and patterns was stunning. And these were the pictures I took. I'm sorry if a lot of these videos are a bit dark or bad. I recorded them on my phone, and usually in the morning or late evening, so there was not much natural sunlight. Back at the hotel, I left a small cashew nut on the hotel balcony to see what would show up. And after 2 hours, it was totally sworn by these really cute looking Fidoli. Just take a look at the grooves on that major's head. So awesome to see them work, biting off pieces of the nut like this. Also at the hotel, I found these weaver ants, which I actually can't give a precise ID on, since there are only one documented weaver ant species in Gambia and Senegal. These are the species of Oecophila longinoda? I think that's how you pronounce this, I'm not sure though. Well, I have to say that observing them in the wild didn't really help with my cravings for my own colony. They're just so cute and beautiful looking. I found a bunch of them eating away on some random food at nighttime, so I took some pictures of them whilst eating it. I couldn't record them though for obvious reasons. On the topic about pictures, whilst photographing the Odontomachus workers, I took this shot, and I just find it really interesting to see what I assume are little trigger hairs in front of the mandibles. Awesome. Also in the Abuko Forest, I spotted some Tetraponera ants. Super awesome ants for sure. I love the shape of them, and again, I really can't stop loving ants with large eyes. Such a cute ant. Gambia has so much more to offer than what I experienced. The country stretches far up the Gambia River, and the further in you get, the more jungle you will have. I will for sure return in the future to travel more inland and to experience the Gambia jungle. Well, of course I will keep on posting pictures on my Instagram, ants_Scandinavia, of these awesome ant species I took whilst there, so be sure to follow me. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little summer video of my Gambia trip. It was a trip I would recommend to anyone, and one that I will never forget. See you around, Scavs, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!